Here in New Mexico, water is more than just rushing molecules. It's a way of life. Water fuels our farming, fosters our heritage, preserves our future. In a state where water is typically scarce, that scarcity shapes our mindset to one of gratitude and perseverance. Northwestern New Mexicans are grateful and want to continue empowering future generations by always looking forward to areas in crisis, to reliable water levels, to always improving. But in order to look forward, we must first look back. Centuries ago, ancient peoples found their home among these rivers. One story begins 100 years ago with the Colorado River Compact. Here, we call it Totah. In Navajo, the place between rivers. In a desert landscape, you suddenly find an oasis. While the state has other rivers, none are quite like this area. The Animas, La Plata, and San Juan all converge in San Juan County, providing this area not only with water to supply local needs, feed the Colorado River, but also to supply major amounts of water to other areas in New Mexico. Here, in Totah, where 70% of the state's water resides, we take a small portion of this water and harness it to transform land and impact lives. This transformation all started in the 1940s with the idea of Navajo Dam. With the growth of the region and the increasing need for flood control, Navajo Dam set out to resolve these issues. Boasting an impressive 1.7 million acre-feet, it's one of New Mexico's largest bodies of water. It ensured the Navajo Nation received the water needed to establish the Navajo agricultural products industry. It continues to protect endangered species and also maintains consistent water levels for the surrounding areas. By ensuring reliable water, Navajo Dam has brought consistency, security, and efficiency to New Mexico. But even in the 1960s, when Navajo Dam was completed, there were still areas where water was simply not managed. The Hammond area had river access for irrigation, but no water boards to oversee its usage. Carol Clower remembers moving here and seeing water boards being established.
We first moved out on West Hammond in about 1968, and we had to haul all of our drinking water from Bloomfield.
The education and regulation that the Hammond area locals and Navajo Dam have provided for northwestern New Mexico are invaluable. These events have helped shape northwestern New Mexico's mindset to being outward focused on areas of need. And you can see how even as far back as the early 1900s, the concept of the Animas La Plata project was formed in order to provide sustainable water to the region. Where the Animas River has reliable water flow, just a few miles away in La Plata, it's a different story. River water fluctuates and makes for an uncommonly short farming season.
In 1979, I purchased a ranch on La Plata, planted alfalfa. So I built a 40 by 60 hay barn, and I filled it up. A couple of years there, we had good years, and that's when I started to find out there was a big difference between the La Plata and the Animas, because everything on the La Plata is determined by the snow melt in the La Plata mountains up there. When we were in Denver, and Babbitt, Secretary of Interior Babbitt, told us that the project that we wanted over on the dry side La Plata and out on the Ute Mountain Ute was canceled, and it wouldn't happen. A lot of the old farmers had tears running down their faces because they've been farming there all their lives, and they knew the value of what that water was to them and their families and future generations, and it just wasn't going to happen. And thanks to the Ute Mountain Ute and Southern Ute water rights settlement, we did get a reservoir built.
Today, the Animas La Plata project, with the storage being at Lake Nighthorse, is up and running, ensuring project water for the Southern Ute and Ute Mountain Ute Indian tribes, the Navajo Nation, the Colorado Partners, the San Juan Water Commission's member entities, and the area the La Plata Water Conservancy District serves in San Juan County, New Mexico.
it was a big accomplishment, and a lot of people worked decades to make that project happen, and to see it finally come to fruition was a big accomplishment. Well, basically, in my opinion, it's accomplished two big things. One, it's provided a secure drinking water supply for the residents of this area. And number two, it settled the tribal water right.
See, here in New Mexico, water can be temperamental and even non-existent. Projects like Navajo Dam and the Animas La Plata are a way of responding to ensure resilient water supply in the region. And this push for water reliability has extended to supply water to public use with other projects. Through the San Juan Chama Diversion Project, 96,000 acre-feet per year is transported out of the Colorado Basin and into the Rio Grande Basin. The region desires to keep its mindset forward, always searching for opportunities to improve. Utilizing water stored in Navajo Reservoir, the Navajo agricultural products industry, known locally as NAPI, is the largest co-op in the nation. In an area where farming and irrigation would be almost insurmountable, the idea of the NAPI project was born. The Navajo agricultural products industry is a fine-tuned machine. Each crop is maintained, watered, and produces bountiful crops each year. NAPI is a great example of how water can transform land and lives. It's an incredible operation, providing the Navajo Nation with something tangibly beautiful and beneficial. And just when you think our water usage couldn't stretch further, our story continues. With rapidly depleting groundwater supply, the 43 Navajo chapters are left hauling water for their daily needs. The city of Gallup, New Mexico, and portions of the Jicarilla Apache Nation are also left with insufficient supplies. This means tens of thousands of people are left without adequate water. The Navajo Gallup Water Supply Project was designed to solve this problem. With a remarkable 280 miles of pipeline, pumping plants, and treatment facilities, the project is designed to provide a long-term sustainable water supply to meet the future population through the annual delivery of over 37,000 acre-feet of water from the San Juan Basin. The project's eastern branch will divert over 4,000 acre-feet of water annually from the San Juan River. The western branch will divert the remaining 33,000 acre-feet of water. It's an impressive endeavor with an immense impact. Since 1922, northwestern New Mexico has taken on a mindset to harness and utilize water, striving to improve lives. We've blossomed into a valley of people who have found their way to leave a positive mark on this land. Our resilience has made us creative, our experiences have made us wiser, and our challenges have made us stronger. We are ready to make our impact on water a lasting one.